Welcome back. With so much drama that happened yesterday in the Champions League and, of course, across the African continent in sports, this morning we have Udoka Onjoku joining us to share with us. Good morning, Udoka.
Good morning, Sarge. For a second, I thought you were going to get into rapping, with so much drama in the LBC.
It's kind of...
It's not be a double G, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Good morning,
Well, or maybe you can take it over from him and rap us through sport.
No, let's not bring out other talents on the screen.
All right.
It's
Go ahead, man.
All right, let's talk about some sports now. Just some days to the original start of the Kenya Rugby Union League, they have postponed the Safari Sevens 2022 event. Now, according to the statement, which is official, that was released yesterday on the 5th of October, the postponement is due to unavoidable circumstances. The Kenya Rugby Union added that a new date for the event will be communicated very soon. Now, this date is likely to land within a busy local and international rugby schedule in the final quarter of the year. And straight to the under-17 AFCON now, Liberia's Sports Minister Zeogar Wilson has blamed the country's football association for the disqualification of their men's side from the qualifiers for the under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. The West Africans became the third country to be thrown out of the regional tournament for age cheating this week after Djibouti and Sudan were expelled from East and Central African qualifiers. Liberia were disqualified on Monday after two players failed a magnetic resonance imaging scan, that's the MRI scan, which has been used by the West African Football Union in line with Confederation of African Football regulations. Now, Liberia's expulsion meant that Sierra Leone and host Mauritania automatically reached the semi-final stage of the 6-team WAFU Zone A tournament. The Under-17 Nations Cup Finals, which will be held in Algeria next April 2023, also serves as African qualifiers for next year's Under-17 World Cup in Peru, with all semi-finalists going through. And to Sudan, Saudi Arabia now, Peter Mosimane's first match at the helm of affairs in the Saudi Arabia side, Al Ahly Saudi FC, on Wednesday ended in a score draw. Mosimane was unable to work his magic, and the match against Jeddah ended in a 1-1 draw. The 58-year-old had been on a coaching break since leaving Egyptian giants Al Ahly in June. Al Ahly Saudi FC have now played 6 matches in the 2022-2023 season, and they find themselves in the 7th position after 2 wins, 3 draws, and a defeat. And to Kenya we go now. As the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP has been given 14 days by the High Court in Kiambu to file evidence in the case where the embattled Football Kenya Federation President, Nick Mwendwa, has challenged a fresh bid to charge him over alleged theft of funds from the football body. Lady Justice Mary Kasango directed the case to be heard on the 6th of December. Now, Mwendwa will know within 60 days whether he will be cleared of any wrongdoing in relation to the alleged disappearance of the millions at the Federation. And to European football now, as former Liverpool and Real Madrid midfielder Xabi Alonso has been named as Bayer Leverkusen's new coach, replacing Gerardo Sione after he was dismissed by the Bundesliga club. Leverkusen confirmed the departure of the Swiss coach in the wake of Tuesday's 2-0 loss at Porto in the UEFA Champions League. As a player, Alonso won the 2010 World Cup and 2 European Championships with Spain. He also lifted the Champions League trophy with both Liverpool and Real Madrid. He managed Real Sociedad's reserve team for 3 years until May, seeing them promoted to the Spain second tier for the first time in 60 years before they got relegated at the end of the season. Now, Sione's exit at Leverkusen came after a string of poor results this term. Now, despite guiding the side to Champions League football with a third-place finish last season, Leverkusen have struggled badly this season. And Alonso's first match in charge of Leverkusen will be against Schalke in the Bundesliga on Saturday. And to the Champions League now, Chelsea cruised to their first Champions League win of the season to move off the foot of Group E. Aubameyang, who endured a shower of criticisms following a slow start to life in West London, showed why he is the perfect replacement for Romelu Lukaku, scoring his maiden UEFA Champions League goal for Chelsea as the Blues subdued AC Milan 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang steered in Reece James' cross for his second goal after Wesley Fofana's first, before James smashed in the third after Milan were caught playing out from the back. In the other Group E match, Noah Okafor secured Salzburg's first Group E victory against Dinamo Zagreb with a coolly taken penalty. And Brazilian wingers Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. struck in the opening half hour as Real Madrid maintained their 100% start, and Alexander Zubkov's improvised volley at the end of the first half got Shakhtar right back into the game, and the pitmen enjoyed some bright moments in the second period of that encounter, and the holders stood firm to move 5 points clear in Group F. Erling Haaland, on the other hand, his remarkable start to life at Manchester City continued as he helped the English side to a third win from 3, with Manchester City still keeping it real in the UEFA Champions League. And looking at the results from the games now, other matches to be precise, we know that Liverpool won on Tuesday, Madrid got their victory yesterday, and Salzburg beat Dinamo Zagreb 1-0. Chelsea beat AC Milan 3-0. That's in Group E. And in Group F, looking at the other results now, Leipzig defeated Celtic 3-1, as Real Madrid got a 2-1 victory over Shakhtar Donetsk. In Group G, Manchester City defeated Copenhagen 5-0. Sevilla lost to Borussia Dortmund 4-1. And in Group H, Juve defeated Maccabi Haifa 3-1, and Benfica and Paris Saint-Germain played out a 1-1 draw. And today we get to see interesting games coming from the Europa League. Arsenal will be in action. There'll also be matches for Manchester United. PSV will take on Zurich, while Arsenal will take on Bodo Glimt. That's in Group A. And in Group B, Fenerbahce takes on Larnaca, as Rennes will be up against Dynamo Kiev. In Group C, Helsinki versus Ludogorets, as Roma will be up against Real Betis, the Spanish club. Union Berlin will be away from home as they take on Malmo, as Braga takes on Union St. Gillois. And in Group E, Omonia Nicosia will be at home as they welcome the Red Devils, Manchester United. Real Sociedad will be away from home as they battle it out right there. And Lazio, the Italian giants, will take on Sturm Graz, as Midtjylland will be at home as they welcome Feyenoord. Nantes versus Freiburg. Olympiacos will take on Karabag FK. These are the fixtures matches to come up in the Europa League later today. There will also be a Europa Conference League competition going on later today with the teams in action. And be sure that we'll bring you all that up-to-date results and what the coaches are saying. And that's a wrap from me, Udoka Njoko, on Sports Update on Breakfast Central.
Very easy discussing Champions League, knowing that my team is nowhere close to playing the Champions League.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Chelsea.
Congratulations.
So I want you to quickly share your thoughts on, Haaland being called a robot.
A couple of, I was at the viewing center yesterday to watch these games, and someone said Haaland feels like that player you get to build in a PlayStation soccer game. He has all the necessary attributes of a complete striker. He scores with his head, his leg, every part of his body he scores. He feels like, and from Haaland, he said, look, he plays, he dreams, he sleeps, he eats football. So getting all the accolades, of course, he deserves everything. And being called a robot, I really would not doubt, was a human, probably a superhuman. And I think very soon, he just might be competing for the Ballon d'Or.
Absolutely. Thanks once again for joining us.
Thank you very much.